Hey guys, welcome back to another video with Linksy. Today, well, we have another viewer submitted multiplayer replay from 2. So let's get started. It's another battle at Alexandria, Arachosia, and we have Cartage and Seleucids attacking Massila and Pontus. It's going to be interesting. It's on large funds, and I am very sure it's going to provide us with a certain level of entertainment. While it loads up, I would like to thank everyone for coming to the channel, and the channel has been growing really fast considering it's like just such a small thing. If you're new to the channel, if you subscribe, it really would be really appreciated since I'm trying to reach the 100 subscriber milestone. Anyway, with that said, let's get back into it. So, what do we have here? Since it's a large fund, will not see as many elite troops as you normally would. Even though we can see some late Carthaginian hoplites and some Libyan infantry over here, that would come at the cost of a much more elite unit, army composition, and you'd lose certain amounts of numbers when trying to come in. In fact, we can see a large number of Italian swordsmen and light infantry. So let's see. It seems they have deployed on one singular side. So let's see the attackers. What did they bring? They have Libyan infantry. Seems they have mercenary Iberian cav, noble cav for the general. They are mercenary noble fighters. So the Carthaginian army is very small. I am not sure why he stayed so far up behind with his giant ballista, but that is fair enough. The Seleucids have some Torok swordsmen and Syrian heavy archers. We have some mercenary Cretan archers over here as well. Can only see two. Is that right? There are only two. I thought there were more, but I could be wrong. Shield bearers, Torok swordsmen, some normal pikemen, and yeah, and then there is a nonager over here hiding around the corner. So what do we have? We have Pontus in the defense. So they have pikemen, they have Pontic swordsmen, mercenary Celtic warriors, which are very cheap, very they're kind of fodder units. Eastern archers, again, super cheap, not that very good, but they can get the job done if used correctly. And then Massila has light hoplites. There are more hoplites. No, these are Pontus, not Massila. More Pontus over here, we do not see. They have Pontic Royal Cav, which is nice. Taurus Spearmen and some hoplites over there. Then Massila has light hoplites over here. Massilian Taurus Spears, more light hoplites. They got a lot of axe warriors as well. And they have mercenary Gallic archers and more axe warriors. And then in reserve, they have some axe warriors, naked swords, infantry, and the general of the Massilian is staying back. Oh, they also have a nice Thorax sword unit over here, contingent. So the walls are being rushed by the enemies. It's always nice to see. Again, I really love this city. This is one of, I think, the best cities to fight because the flexibility of the city. You can attack from up here, you can attack from this side, from all the way here. From this side, you can attack from both these sides at the same time. You know, it gives such good flexibility in the river in the middle. It's such a nice battleground. If CA manages to release another pack for Rome, they should definitely consider giving more maps that look like this. That this level of interaction to add such a nice level of creativity. So what do we have here? What are they fighting at? These looks like some Syrian archers moved in a bit too close. Yep, they did, and they got targeted by who? The Taurus spears? The Pilo and that far, I doubt it. Probably some of these archers. Yeah, these archers. Oh, these Taurus swordsmen are not having a good time over here. Yeah, pro tip: whenever you have Taurus swordsmen of any kind with Pila, do not leave them fire at will. Because look, they will hit the walls and they're wasted shots pretty much. I mean, they do get a few hits here and there, but they're wasted shots. I'm not sure what he's doing with the Torx swordsman, why he's moving them over there, because that unit is, I mean, not very healthy, not doing very well. This ballista gets destroyed and killed, and I believe so, this one. But, okay, these noble, the Italian fighters, and these are the noble fighters, Italian swordsmen. No, these are the Italian swordsmen. Where are the noble fighters? Oh, the noble fighters are kept in reserves, they're going around. That's very smart. Italian swordsmen, I mean, they're cheap units. They're good. They do get the job done. They will do relatively well against these axe warriors, but they're also a very good unit to just absorb as much ammunition as possible, which I must say it is being done. Now, in this case, if you're attacking as Cartage or the Seleucids, you should bring some tortoises because those things do a lot of damage and give you the chance to break through this wall really fast and avoid getting slaughtered by slingers, archers, and so on and so forth. Like this over here, they're gonna lose a lot of units because these two archer units are gonna shoot into their flanks, and as you can see, very few shields protecting them. Ooh, look at that! Look how many of them are falling. Whereas if you are charging through a breach, it's much different. Now again, with this, I am not sure what he's waiting for because oh, he's firing. Where is he firing at? He's trying to make a breach. I am not sure. I am waiting for it. Go. Oh yes, they're making a breach over here. Did you hit? Ooh. Well, the aim isn't going very well. The aim isn't going very well. And probably they will run out of ammo by the time they break through. Also, use insert, press insert, because that's the default hotkey unless you changed it. And if you changed it, you know about it. And aim manually. Like just aim manually at that with fire catapults, and you'll save up a lot of ammunition and you'll make bigger breaches. That said, the Syrian archers have moved in and are shooting at Eastern archers. Now, Syrian archers delete Eastern archers, as you can see. At the same time, these Eastern archers are having a little snack of Thorax on the side, Thorax swordsmen on the side. These Pontic swordsmen are organizing themselves and trying to get onto the wall to deal with these Thorax swordsmen. Now, however, these Thorax swordsmen are taking Celtic warriors and Pontic swordsmen, and it's still doing very well. And soon it will have the support of fire, archer fire, etc. They're charging through the gates, which is being guarded by Hoplites, but these Pontic swords, no, Celtic warriors, again, I mixed them up. Actually, I want to check something. These guys 2440, these guys 37, so they're very similar in these swordsman units, these light swordsman units. They're fighting against the Libyan infantry, which is a very, very good infantry that was designed to deal with the... Ooh, that naughty. That is so naughty. They're charging in, probably to avoid the oils. Does this have oil? Doesn't seem so. Yeah, because the oil would have just destroyed that unit if they didn't manage to neutralize the gatehouse in time. The Thorax swordsman over here made it off the walls, but it is unfortunately breaking with 71 men. Ooh, that is bad. But that is very bad. But then again, they are surrounded from each side. They're attacked from the rear. They're not doing too badly, but they're not doing so well. Meanwhile, the Libyan infantry is taken onto the walls. These, oh, that is painful. These Gallic hunters have gotten a nice number of kills. Are these guys still firing? I think they ran out of ammo, which is unfortunate because this would have been... Oh, this is so close, 99. Get the other onager in and shoot this down. Stop this attack, come over here, like while this attack is going, bring all the rest here, break this down, charge it, because over here, there's not much, and you can easily go through this. Especially with noble fighters, they will shoot through Celtic warriors. No, do not fight on the walls with noble fighters, these are expensive units. You can do so much with them. Oh, these noble fighters are charging to this way. Oh, wow. Oh, this is not going well for them. It's not going well for them. Oi, 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 oi. They're charging a lot of troops up this way. I mean, it's a good idea, but they needed to break through this. Where is the other ballista? Onager. Bring the Onager here, Seleucids. Break this down. Oh, it would do so much. Anyway, while this is happening, they got the Cretan archers up here. This is fantastic. They're shooting down the Massilian terror spears, and yeah, they're just shooting down the enemy, but they're exposed. They should take care of these Gallic hunters, the slingers actually. They should eliminate them. Are they firing at them? Doesn't seem so. I mean, that would actually change the balance of the battlefield, Because these Taurus spears will, and like they've lost a few men, but they're not that useful. And he's firing back at the slingers. Maybe it's a bit too late though, because these guys have been whittled down. Yeah, they lost 30 men each. They're getting slaughtered onto the walls. This unit of axe warriors is doing its job. It's holding its ground, while these Gallic hunters get really expensive noble infantry and kill. Yeah, he made a mistake over here. He should not have charged onto the wall. Get off the wall, get down here, fight down here, because these guys do an amazing job, but not when their flanks are so exposed. Then again, they will eventually win. They will break through this, but yeah, there's 2 days on the walls. It's not gonna go easy for them. These Celtic slingers, yeah, they've pretty much won the fight over here. I mean, there's still a lot of not that many. These Cretan archers have not done well. Well, at the same time, Pontus is again managing to win the fight on the walls, but it's coming at the cost of most of his units. It seems the fight is going to be focused primarily onto the walls. There was... What is happening over here? Oh, there was a... Oh, that is good. The general sacrificed himself. We've missed this. This was such a good... Celia, the general sacrificed himself and killed so much of the Syrian archers, which had a lot of ammunition left. How many kills? 112. That is fantastic. And now he's managing to pull out. No, he's not. The general's dead. But I mean, everything collapsed onto the general. But that was a very good sally out, which we missed, which is unfortunate. Yeah, the general is breaking. Is the general dead? No, the general is still alive. The general is still alive. Somehow. What is this mess? So many cavalry charging everywhere. That was a very good charge over here, though, it seems. These Syrian archers, they did get damaged severely, but they're still quite healthy. And these pikemen got also damaged. Like, all of this, these were fresh units, and they... Yeah, I mean... The general is gone now. Well, GG. Meanwhile, how is the battle for the walls going? Well, the Celtic archers, the Celtic slingers, I mean, were broken, but they destroyed these Cretan archers, which are now fighting mercenary Celtic warriors, which will not do well for them. They're still trimming down these Taurus spears. They're still trimming down all of these troops, but it's a bit too late. The noble fighters over here are, I mean, they were winning, but now not so much more. Yeah, I mean, the Libyan infantry down here is going to do a much better job at fighting these Celtic warriors. Get these guys off the wall, let them rest a bit, and then charge in. Yeah, okay, they're charging down here. These light hoplites are going to be, I mean, they're being slaughtered. They're being sashimied in. Libyan infantry charged through, caught the ex-warriors. Yeah, I mean, these light hoplites are being sashimied. These ex-warriors are going to be made into ex-sashimi as well. And Thorax swordsmen are being moved in. The elite, quote-unquote, troops left of the Massilian front. They're decent. They're quite good, but quite good we might not cut it at this point, because then again, I say quite good might not cut it, but at the same time, these ex-warriors are being surrounded. The hoplites are being sashimied. It seems the flank on this side is collapsing slowly. The question is if the attack on the center has gone really bad. So we will see what's happened. Pontus still has a lot of troops left, and oh boy, what are these onagers doing? No. Yeah, it seems okay. Yeah, I was wrong. The defense is winning. The defense is winning heavily. The balance of power is moving completely into their favor now. It seems the attack has faltered onto the walls, and that will be the end of it. The last attackers are coming on the walls. There's no reserves left. This ballista, I'm not sure what this onager is doing. Again, this onager would have been amazing to just bring in front of the gate. After the gate is broken, and shoot into these pikemen. Yeah, bronze shield pikemen. Do not charge your units in, just shoot your catapults in. Wreak havoc. What are they doing? There's a minimum distance you can fire at, you know that, right? Oh boy. Uh, it happens, it happens, it happens. Some certain battles cannot be won, certain battles cannot be lost. And in this case, well, the defense held very well. They were unfortunate with this, like the misfires. They were probably aiming at this, but they were missing so much. Again, do not put them such a long distance away. Try to find a spot where there isn't really a fort wall intersection. So putting them here would have been absolutely fine. And then just quickly moving a unit of archers, fire arrows at the ballista, burn it down. You have been doing absolutely fantastic. These Taurus spears are shooting into the Libyan infantry, and the Libyan attack on the left flank was very successful. With, I mean, I would have done things differently myself, but they did really well. Whereas at the Seleucid attack on the center has collapsed entirely, and they're now just suiciding units into. What are these Greek orange? This is such a waste because this Greek orange could have done so much damage, but was not used at all, which is unfortunate. I mean, the noble cav and Iberian cavalry of the Carthaginians was not being used at all. This Libyan infantry now is fighting axe warriors and mercenary Celtic warriors. I keep mixing that up, and the Massila hoplites are moving in. There's still naked swords in reserve. This is pretty much a GG. So let's take a cinematic view of the battlefield.
Understood.
Look at all that. Arrow fire. These are the Pontic swords, the bronze pikemen. The last of the spears are going onto the walls. I believe these are the late Carthaginian hoplites are fighting, and you never want them to fight on the walls. Because hoplites in general do really bad against any form of wall fighting. Again, you would in siege battles, unless you're fighting in a battle with the settlements, basically the walls basically becoming part of the settlement. You do not want to fight for the walls that much. You need to break through them as fast as possible and flood the streets. Ooh, you don't get to see this often. This siege tower has caught fire. That is fantastic. That is very nice to see. Heavy siege towers are very difficult to catch fire. To put them on fire, just simply due to just how much damage they need to take. And it seems they were taking fire because, yeah, the Greek onager is moving. I'm not sure why he moved it all the way around this way. Like, he should have left it here. They should have coordinated and broke that down that way. The Syrian archers are shooting, trying to shoot at any target they can. The Torok swordsmen on the late Carthaginian hoplites on the walls are trying to do their thing, but they're surrounded from either end. There's still so many reserves for the defenders. The more Carthaginian hoplites are moving down here, and pikemen are being brought up onto the walls and being deployed down here. Yeah, they've been deployed down here. No, they have not been deployed at all. You need to deploy your pikemen if you want to break through these Massilian Taurus spears, because these guys have a lot of stopping powers. The axe warriors finally break, and the light hoplites were made into sashimi a long time ago. So okay, pikemen are into formation, are they? They're not. Oh, they're not going to formation because most of them are on the wall. Still, the fight is pretty much done. So let's fast forward. This was a short and sweet one. And let's see what happens. They're charging in their general through the gate. No. The general is just chilling there, boosting his man and then running back out of fire distance. With regards to this globular group over there, it is not doing very well. The Carthaginians have broken, they're charging in. Oh, the mercenary noble fighters. Oh, those poor mercenary noble fighters. Oh. Whereas over here, oh, more troops are This is just a dog pile on dog pile. And this, I mean, over there the fight is pretty much over. Nothing much left to do, and I believe the battle is. Oh my god, they had so many reserves left, and I believe these are all Thorax swordsmen. Yeah, 3 units of Thorax swordsmen just charging in. The general is coming to charge in from this side. The Carthaginians are stuck inside the walls. They have no escape, no retreat. They have just to keep fighting. That sucks for them, really and truly. What is the general? Maybe the general is dismounting and charging in from this side, or perhaps they're going to try and find a gate to burn down. Oh no, he's trying to boost his man's morale from the outside of the walls, yelling them, telling them it's gonna be okay. The mercenary noble fighter seems to have lost to the wall, and now the rest of the army is getting surrounded on the ground. And army loss penalty has been inflicted, pretty much, and that's that. There is no coming back from this. I mean, the army is surrendering. The general's unit is still there. The general is not giving up. The general is unbreakable, but noble cav. Oy, 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 oy. Not much left to do. I truly believe that this attack would win, but when the center collapsed, okay, let's slow down and see what happened. When the center collapsed, it seems that the Massilians had enough troops to support their left flank, and the general charged in hoplite units, not the best of charges, and now it's gonna get slaughtered. And they're dogpiling light hoplites, Pontic swordsmen, and the last stand of the Carthaginian general dying with his men rather than retreating. How many? 69, 66, 63. Yeah, they're dropping like flies. And that is game. That was a lovely game. It seems to be much more interesting. Well, just as interesting to play on lower funds because it gives you such a nice flavor to the game. So, Kurt Marinus, well, Nick Marinus, was Massila, and most of his units were in reserve, so he didn't use that many of his army. But his archers did very, very, very well, and his singers did very well in taking out key targets, whereas his thorax were basically not used, and he still had lots of reserves. Whereas Kirillov 415, his army took the blunt of the enemy forces as Pontus. The mercenary troops, well, they held their ground more than I expected them to, and his Pontic swordsmen did very well on top of the walls, with the exception of these two who got slaughtered entirely with nothing. But his bronze shield pikemen at the gates, they destroyed the army of Foxy, who really and truly his Greek onager needed to be used in a more effective manner. It seems he ended up using it at some point, but really and truly he was very, very. I mean, look at the amount of kills he has; it was underwhelming. Head up 151 seems to know sort of what he was doing, but again, he made a mistake with his giant ballista, put it a bit too far away, and his archers, you only got two. You need to get four archers. Missiles pay for themselves twice over. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe. Really appreciated that if you're still watching the video till this point. I'm uploading videos. I try every day, so to keep that, I need your help. Send me an email with your replays on totalwarbro@gmail.com. Then I can cover your replays and I can give commentary on your replays. And if you like that, well, feel free to show me the best battles or worst battles that you've had till now. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching and see you next time.